Hello, welcome to the Woolly Closet. My name is Gwen and I am coming to you from the Netherlands where I live with my husband, my almost 13-year-old daughter, and my two little budgies. Today is February the 11th, it's a Wednesday, and I thought I'd record a podcast because next week there will be holiday week and my husband will be having his procedure done for his stomach so we can find out what is wrong with him. So there's no time like the present to record a podcast. So I can check that off my very busy to-do list this week. I am wearing my Lento sweater by Jonna Helin. I knit this in Lana Grossa Tutti on a 4mm US 6 and a 6mm US 10. I recently recorded a little short where I cut off my neckline and re-knitted it because the neckline was way too wide, and you all seem to love it because I have had a lot of new followers with that little short, and of course knitting in then Yvonne and Finish Knitting Stories. Jonna have mentioned me in her podcast, so welcome if you are new here, and welcome back if you are a long-time follower. I'll be talking today about the knit along and my blanket that I'm knitting, a new cast on, a discount code for you if you are in the Netherlands or Belgium, and a knitting festival I went to last Saturday. Well, I've already said what I'm wearing. Then I go to finished objects. I only have the one. I'm someone where I do volunteer work. He is physically disabled. He has a sister, and she has these two dagschoens, is the name, I think, in English. And he bought for Christmas a crochet kit, and he thought I would be able to crochet it up in like 2 hours, maybe. No, not gonna happen. But I did finish my little tucky. Here he is. This is a crochet kit by a Dutch warehouse called Hema. I think it's also in the UK, or have they closed down already? I can't remember. But the pattern is not always very clear. I think there are some mistakes in there as well, and the yarn is absolutely horrible. It's horrible, the yarn, but I made it work. I had to do it in small bursts because of this yarn. It was very hard on my hands, but I think he looks cute. I don't really think he looks like Tucky, but I tried. I did my best. I'm not very good at embroidering eyes and such, but I made it work. So I will be giving this to him tomorrow when I go to my volunteer work, and I'll put it on his desk, and he will find it on Friday. So yeah, this is my finished object. Very cute little doggy. And then my blanket, because that's what I've been knitting mostly on. No. So that's when my microphone was empty, so I had to charge it. We are now 2 hours further along. I have had my lunch, stuck my budgies back in their cage and covered them up so they will be more quiet. I think I was talking about my blanket because that's what I've been knitting on mostly the past few weeks, days, weeks. It's kind of difficult to show you because the circumference is now bigger than my needles. I am using 4mm, is it 4mm? I think so. 4mm needles and 2 cables of 150 centimeters. I'll put the inches in the screen because I can't remember. So you divide the blanket in 2 halves, And when you're knitting, you knit the first half with the first set of needles, put bolt markers in the little holes so your stitches won't fall off, and then you knit the second half with the second set of needles. I am almost at the border. Yes, I'm almost done. I have 4 more rounds to go, and then I can do the I-cord bind off. So technically it's almost done, but I think it will be another week because this one is so big. I've put stitch markers in all 4 needles now, so I'm hoping I can show you somewhat. So this is the center. You have seen this already if you've seen the podcast before. And then I went and did the brioche section, which I think is the hardest part of this whole pattern because you have to do decreases right here and right there. So, and that's something you need to get your head around. Or is it here? I can't even remember. Anyway, I used 2 skeins of wool met verve for the brioche section, and there are only 2 little nuggets left. Let me just of those skeins, and now I am working on the border section, which is this one. I'm just trying to use up all my leftovers, so I had some of this minty green with which I knit my daughter a cardigan, and then I had these 2 greens, 1 skein of this one. Of course I ran out before I could finish the round here, so I had to improvise and start the last round with the new color, and I thought I'd do the same here. And these 2 yarns are from a sweater I knit my daughter a long time ago. It was a tin can knit sweater. So now I have to do 3 more rounds of this green, and then I can start the I-cord bind off. And for the I-cord bind off, I'll be using this neon green. So I think that'll make it pop even more. So this has been such a fun blanket. I could really knit a second one, but there's also the Slipstravaganza blanket, also by Stephen West, and that's also a DK blanket. So I'm thinking on maybe try that one later on in the year. Or the Stripe Me Happy blanket by Anina Juti, which I'm also very much in love with. But we shall see what comes next. This will be really interesting how I'm going to block this. I'm definitely happy. It's still cold outside, so we have to light the fire in the evenings, and I'll try and block it then so it'll be dry the next day, because this is a huge undertaking to get this blanket blocked, and I do think it needs it because the border is in like a scalloped pointy edge, so it does definitely need some blocking. Also for the brioche sections. That's quite the tongue twister. Right, so I made mine with all kinds of leftovers. It's quite a heavy blanket already, so it'll be good for my in and out weight count at the end of the year. I think it's definitely more than a kilo, so we will see. You can join the knit along if you use the hashtag 2026 year of blankets right here on the community page on my YouTube channel and on Instagram. Your works in programs are more than welcome if they are 50% or under. And at the end of the year, probably in January next year, I will pick some winners. And your blanket needs to be 80% finished or up. How do you say this? 80% finished or more to be eligible for prizes, because I do have some prizes, and I will tell you more about that in a little bit. So yeah, just use the hashtags 2026 year of blankets and tag me on Instagram, and you can go to the community page here on YouTube, and there are some people already who have posted their pictures on there as well, so that's very nice. I think a lot of people are enthused by this and are going to take part. So that's a lot of fun. And I'm very happy that a lot of people are joining in, including Jonna. So yeah. Next up, I just cast on a new project. You probably saw me at the beginning of this video. I got sent some yarn by Edna again, as I am their yarn ambassador. I don't make any money from them, but I do get sent yarn sometimes to try and tell you about them. This time they sent me this lovely Ulrika tweed. I've knit with Ulrika before. These ones have lovely specks of white and purple and red in them. It's a peachy colored yarn. It's hard to tell in this slide, I know. But when I went to their page to order the yarn, because you get to pick the color you want to knit your... Let me start from the beginning. They send you an email with a lookbook, and you get to pick the patterns you really love, and you order the yarn through a special form, and they send it to you for free. This pattern is called, let me see, Herne by Furderer. It's this one. But this pink was out of stock. It's this is really a pinky pink, and the other one is more of a peachy pink. But it was out of stock, so I was taking a gamble ordering this peach yarn, and unfortunately this peach kind of washes me out. It's not my color. I am like a winter silvery person, and this one is more of a warm toned pink. But fortunately my daughter really suits this color. She is a little bit darker in her complexion. She has that from her father. And she saw the sweater as well, and she said, well, if you don't want to knit for yourself, you can knit it for me. So I was already very happy with that. So I'm going to knit this sweater for her. I am planning on making it a little longer, slightly more oversized, and I'm going to do an I-cord bind off for the sleeves, doing a rapid decrease to make it a bit puff balloon sleevey thing. But yeah, this yarn is really a dream to knit with. It's really lovely. This one is the non-superwash variant. You also have a variant. You also have a superwash variant, but this is well, non-superwash. And I've started it this morning, and I've gotten this far, and this is how it knits up. It's curling a bit, of course, and my stitch count is perfect, but of course my row gauge is off, and it's very hard to rectify that. But I have more than enough yarn, so I can make adjustments to that. And this pattern is also very nicely written. You don't... They instruct you to knit a certain amount of centimeters or inches instead of knit X amount of rows. So you can adjust if your row gauge is off. These patterns are all freely available on the Edna website in various languages. I have a little b-roll where I can show you about those patterns. And you can download them from the website. And there is also a nice little discount code for you, which is 20% discount on all yarns at the checkout. And you can use the code The Woolly Closet, and you fill that in the little box where they say discount code. It's only valid for Belgium and the Netherlands, unfortunately. I will also put the dates where it's usable on the website in the screen. Okay, so I've got that covered. I talked about the blanket. Right, then last Saturday were the Breidagen in the Netherlands, which is like a knitting festival. You can buy yarns there and meet each other and knit and have fun. And at first I was planning to go with my friend, but she couldn't make it, unfortunately. So I was thinking, well, maybe I should just go on my own. But I'm a little scaredy cat, so I reached out to some online knitting friends like Ineke from Luna Stair Knits or Knitting in den Yvonne. Ineke was on her holiday actually to Finland. And Yvonne was planning on going, but wasn't sure yet if she would be able to physically. But fortunately, she was. She was coming with her friend. She drove her there. And Yvonne met up with me at the entrance, and we walked around. And I'll show you some footage. So I did get some prizes for the knit along, for the blanket along, because you can crochet or knit or weave a blanket. So let me just make that one clear as well. I went to Livia's. Livia is not her name. I'm not sure of her name, but Livia is someone who also has a podcast here. I will tag her in the show notes, and I'll put it on the screen. And she sells all these lovely notions and stickers and stationery stuff. And I got this little notebook with a sheep on it, and it has lines in here as well, so you can focus. Yes, and you can write notes in here. I think it's very cute. I bought two tins for stitch markers and such. They are by Rendale Designs. Is it? Yeah, it comes up like this. So also very cute, and I love little robins. So I just went for the things that I thought I would love. So really cute tins. And I've got this little notions pouch, but you could also put a small little project in here. So yeah, very cute. And then so these are for the giveaway, well, prizes. And then I'm going to add some yarns from my stash. I have some lovely yarns and sweater quantities that I'm probably not going to use, so I'm going to make a selection from those, and I will put those in, and I think there will be 3 prizes, and then I'll make cute little packages of those. And of course I got some yarn. I am going to knit my sister-in-law a plumpy shawl for her birthday. Her birthday is pretty soon, so I'm going to make a picture of the yarns and give that to her and put it in a card or something. She has this dark red coat, and I took a little skein. Let me get it. I took this little skein with me. Her coat is similar to this color. And I am going to knit her the Plumpy Shawl by Andrea Mowry, because I have one and she really loves mine, but those are not her colors, of course. She wears mostly red and blues. So I asked my brother what kind of coats does she have, and he said she has a red coat, which I knew, and she has a dark blue coat, winter coat. So I took this skein with me, and I was thinking on putting this next to a blush pink, um, like this. This is not the yarn, but this is just the color. The color. I'll talk more about this in a bit. So these two, and then I came across this dark brown from the Nocturne dyers, and it's called Mokosh DK. It's superwash merino, because you know we need soft yarns for this girl. I think it's named Bog, which I think is funny. And I bought this one at Bad Cat Yarns, Burgundy Street Blues. So these four together are going to be a plumpy, and I have ordered drops Daisy in the blush pink and the red to put next to this. So I think this will be lovely together. Right, so I got these skeins for the shawl, and the first stand we went to was, why can't I remember the name? Something police. I'll put it in the screen. I bought these 4 little cones of Make It Bloomchen by Rico Designs, and this is a glittery yarn, and it has really small little flowers in here, and I have a sweater's quantity of a pink yarn upstairs, Drops Charisma, and I was going to knit a sweater for myself with that, and I'm going to hold it double with this one, and I think it will look cute. So I am a little late for the glittery knit along Jonna held, but I guess eventually I will get there with my glitters. So we have those for me, and then I bought also these stitch markers at Bad Cat Yarns, which are also lovely kitties, but I bought these for me because I think they are really cute. And of course, I couldn't leave without making a stop at Het Wool-based Alexandra, and I bought this one, which I think is also very lovely. It has actually a lot more. It has this is 150 grams, so 390 meters. I am not yet sure what I'm going to make with this, but I really loved how these colors look together. I think it's really pretty. There's speckles in there as well. Just stunning. So this one is for me. And then I came across a stand called the Mindful Creators. I haven't heard from them before, of them before, I should say. But the collection title really got me going. It's called Meet Me in Valaris collection, which is of course by the books A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah Maas, which really got me out of a reading slump that lasted years, and I'm fully back into reading now thanks to this series of books. And if you've read this book series, I should say, this is chapter 55. You know, the one in the cabin, and it has these lovely speckles. If you know, you know. I think they're pink speckles, and I just thought I just had to have this one. It has this lovely ball band, what do you call this? So yeah, it's 100% merino. I just really love this one. So I might combine them together. I don't know, I'm not sure yet. So we will see what they end up with. But as I've knit up most of my double knit whole skeins into the blanket, this is a nice replenishment for that. And I still have a lot of leftovers from the blanket, so I'm able to knit another blanket with the leftovers from this blanket now. but we will see what happens with that. So yes, it's a shorter episode this time. I'm sorry. We're still waiting for. Oh, this is the knitting chat section, by the way, because I'm done showing my stuff. We're still here in the midst of finding out what's wrong with my husband. He will have a procedure done this Friday where they will go with a camera inside his stomach. We do know his blood works all right. His stool sample was fine. They made an ultrasound of the organs surrounding his stomach, because you can't look with an ultrasound into your stomach, but you can see everything around it. And that was also perfectly fine. So we need to wait until Friday, where he will have this camera shoved down his throat. He's not looking forward to it, I can tell you that much. He's very scared, but he can do it. He's a big boy. And then we have to wait 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days, and then we will get the results. Yeah, I'm a little nervous for it, but I'm really hoping everything will be okay-ish. Maybe it's just an ulcer. That's what I'm hoping for, because then it will be able to fix itself. Maybe with a surgery, we don't know yet. Just hoping and praying it's not anything really bad. I'm not even going to say the name. You know what I mean. He's now going to turn 40. God, I don't even know my husband's age. I'm going to be 45 this year, so he will be 49. He's going to turn 49 this year, so I'm just hoping we will have a nice birthday party in December. That's when he has his birthday. We have a lot going on this year, and I can't miss him. He needs to be here and spend his time with me. We've got an attic that's going to be renovated and built out, so my daughter will have a big bedroom here, because she's going to live with us until she's 30 at least, because there are no houses in the Netherlands. We are going to Disneyland in the spring with my parents and my brother and his family. And we've got a nice holiday booked for England in the summer. So we have all these lovely plans and things we want to do. So I'm just hoping he will be all right for all of those nice things to happen. And yeah, see, you can tell I'm a little scared. But I will let you know how it all went, if we know anything. I am hoping to talk to you soon, because if I talk to you soon, that means everything will be fine and I have the energy and focus to record another podcast. Yes, so play along with my little blanket along. Tag me in the posts, use the hashtag, like and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and who knows, maybe you'll win a nice prize. Oh, by the way, I will never contact you if that you've won a prize. I will always announce it here in the podcast episode, and I will give you my email address and you can contact me there, and then I will send out the prize to you. But I will never reach out to you and ask for things, just to let you know, because bots and scammers and all that kind of nonsense. So there, I have told you everything I needed to tell you, and then I'm going to clean up this mess that I've made, and I'm going to knit some more on my daughter's sweater, and I will see you soon. Bye, take care.